Charles Xavier, aka Professor X, is the founder of the X-Men and a man who strongly aims to create a world where humans and mutants can coexist. Despite his heroic ideals, he was assassinated at the end of the X-Men animated series by Henry Gyrich, a former NSA agent who was also an anti-mutant advocate. Because of this, the story took a dark turn, and Charles's dream became much more difficult to be realized.
I can't stop!
What if this wasn't the case? What if Charles Xavier survived Gyrich's assassination attempt and lived to chase his dream of creating a unified world of humans and mutants? Well, today we'll be exploring a world where Professor Xavier survived the assassination attempt that once threatened to unravel mutant kind. This pivotal moment will lead to profound changes in mutant-human relations and the dynamics within the X-Men. So let's dive into this alternate reality and explore the impact of Xavier's enduring influence. The series begins in the Cerebro room of the Xavier Institute. The atmosphere is charged with a mix of relief and determination as Professor Charles Xavier, recovering from his near-fatal encounter, addresses his core team, Cyclops, Storm, and Jean Grey. Xavier, embodying resilience and hope, opens the episode with a powerful statement. Thanks to the support we've garnered, we now have an unprecedented chance to foster understanding and acceptance. We must be strategic and steadfast. His survival has bolstered public sympathy towards mutants, setting the stage for a series of initiatives aimed at integrating mutants into society. Cyclops and Storm, seasoned leaders within the X-Men, are ready to embrace this new challenge. We're ready, Professor. What's our next move? Cyclops asks, reflecting the team's readiness to take on their evolving mission. Xavier outlines their primary focus, advocating for mutant rights and promoting peaceful coexistence, leveraging the newfound public support. As the story progresses, Xavier leads efforts to integrate mutants into society, advocating for their rights and protection. This involves strategic meetings with government officials and public appearances designed to sway public opinion. Xavier can be seen everywhere addressing government bodies, speaking at public rallies, and participating in televised debates. In a meeting with some parliament members, Xavier articulates the core of his mission. With your cooperation, we can ensure that mutants have the same rights and protections as any other citizen. The response from the government officials is cautiously optimistic, indicating a willingness to work towards these goals. Despite the positive sentiment, anti-mutant groups like the Friends of Humanity continue to cause disruptions. These detractors of Xavier and his ideals hold huge protests, engage in debates, and violent conflicts, highlighting the ongoing resistance to mutant integration. Even though it feels like a new era of peace for mutants and humans is on the horizon, the actions of these groups underscore the tension between hope and hostility that defines this new era. In one of these large, hateful protests, Cyclops confronts a group of protesters. We're here to protect everyone, not to harm, he asserts, trying to calm the situation. The protesters, however, remain adamant in their opposition, chanting slogans and waving anti-mutant signs. He is soon overwhelmed as they continue to get more aggressive. A significant aspect of this new reality is the evolving relationship between Professor Xavier and Magneto, inspired by Xavier's resilience and survival. Magneto shifts further towards peaceful activism. They hold strategic discussions on how to progress mutant integration in society, and soon their collaborative efforts start to yield fruit. In the Xavier Institute, Xavier and Magneto have a pivotal conversation about their roles in this new era. Magneto, once a staunch proponent of mutant superiority and separatism, now sees the potential for peaceful coexistence. Xavier, your survival has shown me a new path. Perhaps we can achieve our goals without conflict, admits, signaling his transformation. Xavier, always the idealist, embraces Magneto's shift in perspective. Indeed, Eric, together we can lead our people towards a brighter future, he responds, highlighting the potential for unity and cooperation. Meanwhile, Cyclops and Storm manage the day-to-day operations of the X-Men, balancing Xavier's vision with practical concerns. Here we see their struggles and successes in maintaining order and advancing the mission. The union of Xavier's and Magneto's idealism and the alliance of both characters leads to a rapid development in the behaviors of other characters as they seek to adapt to this hopeful yet challenging environment. Rogue and Gambit, for example, question their future together in a world that is slowly accepting mutants. In a quiet moment in the X-Mansion garden, Rogue expresses her hopes and fears. Remy, can we really find peace in this world? She asks, her voice filled with uncertainty. Gambit, ever the optimist, reassures her. With Xavier's dream, anything's possible, he says, holding her hand. As the X-Men work towards integration and acceptance, Sinister's machinations create a tension-filled backdrop. This juxtaposes scenes of hope and cooperation with glimpses of Sinister's dark plans, emphasizing the ongoing struggle for peace. The ongoing saga climaxes at a public rally for mutant rights. The X-Men, along with Magneto, are present to support Xavier's vision and address the crowd. However, Sinister sees this as an opportunity to strike. The rally, set in a bustling city square, is initially filled with an atmosphere of hope and unity. Xavier takes the stage to deliver a powerful speech. "We stand united, not just as mutants, but as people seeking peace," he declares, inspiring both mutants and humans in attendance. Just as the crowd begins to cheer, Sinister and his forces launch an attack, attempting to sabotage the rally. The X-Men spring into action, protecting the civilians and combating Sinister's minions. The ensuing battle is reminiscent of The Last Stand, one so intense that it will be remembered for ages. It is in this battle that the team's growth, abilities, and determination is well showcased. Cyclops remains as cool as ever as he blasts several of Sinister's men into oblivion with his laser beams. Rogue uses her super strength to knock a bunch of them out. Gambit creates some cool explosions, and of course, drops his iconic line, "The name's Gambit, remember that." Magneto, of course, turns all the vehicles and metal structures in the area into his personal weapons and destroys a bunch of Sinister's goons. Storm and the rest of the X-Men use their awesome powers to fight colorfully as well. In the midst of the chaos, Xavier's presence remains a beacon of hope. Even as the battle rages around him, he continues to speak to the crowd, urging them to stand together. "Fear is our enemy. Unity is our strength," he proclaims, his voice unwavering. The X-Men manage to thwart Sinister's plans. The encounter reminds everyone of the persistent threats they face. As the dust settles, Cyclops reflects on the day's events. "We stopped him today, but we need to stay vigilant," he tells Xavier. Xavier agrees, recognizing the ongoing challenges. "Indeed, our journey is far from over, but with every step, we move closer to a future where peace and understanding prevail," he says, reaffirming his commitment to his dream. The aftermath of these events see Xavier in his office as he discusses the day's events with Cyclops and Storm. Jean Grey, on the other hand, embarks on a journey of self-discovery, delving deeper into her powers and understanding her place in this evolving landscape. The series follows her as she meditates, trains, and reflects on her abilities. "My powers are evolving, and so am I. I need to understand both," she confides to her mentor, Xavier. Newer members, like Bishop and Morph, are fully integrated into the team, adapting to the hopeful, yet challenging environment. They bring fresh perspectives and skills to the X-Men, enhancing their ability to respond to new threats and opportunities. In a training session, Bishop and Morph discuss their roles in this new era. "The fight never ends, but with the X-Men, I've found a family and a purpose," Bishop says. Morph, always the Joker, adds, "And we'll keep fighting for that purpose together." Amidst the optimism, a shadowy threat looms in the form of Mr. Sinister. Sinister seeks to exploit the mutant-friendly climate for his cloning experiments, manipulating public opinion to create a divide. His cunning and manipulative nature pose a significant threat to Xavier's vision. Soon, Sinister's evil schemes are revealed as we have a look into his mysterious laboratory. Surrounded by his henchmen, Sinister outlines his plans. "This era of acceptance is the perfect cover for my experiments. They will never see the true threat until it's too late," he gloats, setting the stage for his sinister actions. The mood is reflective but resolute. They acknowledge the victories and challenges, reaffirming their dedication to Xavier's vision. Xavier, ever the strategic thinker, outlines their next steps. "Today was a victory, but we must remain focused. Our dream requires constant dedication," he tells his trusted leaders. Storm, echoing his sentiment, responds, "We're ready, Professor. We believe in your vision." As they speak, a mysterious message appears on Xavier's computer screen, hinting at future conflicts. "What is this? Another threat?" Cyclops asks, his concern evident. The ever-composed Xavier smirks, then replies, "It seems our work is never done." This sets the stage for the next adventures of the X-Men. The conflicts to come will be intense. However, the hope, resilience, and unity of the team will see them through. This version of X-Men 97 offers a compelling vision of an alternate reality where Xavier's survival leads to a new era of mutant acceptance. As the X-Men navigate this evolving landscape, they remain committed to Xavier's dream, facing each new challenge with courage and determination. The journey is arduous, but with each step, they move closer to a future where peace and understanding can prevail. The season's arc concludes with a powerful reminder that the fight for acceptance is ongoing, but the progress made so far offers a glimpse of the potential for true harmony between mutants and humans. Remember to like and subscribe for more content